All right, let's talk about how you can turn this whole AI challenge into your greatest career opportunity. We're going to break down how to not just get by, but to actually thrive in a world that's changing faster than we've ever seen. Okay, let's just dive right in. The headlines, they're not wrong. As you can see here, nearly 40% of companies are already expecting to cut staff in roles that can be automated. And look, it's completely natural to feel a bit of fear when you're staring down a change this massive. But what if we look at this in a completely different way? What if AI isn't actually coming to replace you? What if it's just a great big filter designed to separate the average from the people who are truly, truly unreplaceable? And that brings us to this really fascinating idea. See, in a world where all the boring, mundane intellectual work is being automated away, your number one goal is to become something that just can't be ignored, something remarkable. The solution? You've got to become what's called a purple cow. I love this concept. It's about being so different, so distinct in your skills and your creativity that you literally can't be automated. You become the one person they absolutely have to keep. In this slide, it just illustrates the difference perfectly. AI is incredible at that information in, information out stuff. It can be the robot doctor that reads the test results and writes the prescription, but it can never be the human nurse who knows how to comfort a crying child or navigate a really tough conflict. Those are the uniquely human skills that matter more than ever right now. So the big question is, how do you actually build up those human skills? Well, it all starts by mastering 4 very specific areas where we, as humans, will always have the edge over machines. And here they are, the 4 C's. You've got critical thinking, communication, creativity, and collaboration. You need to think of these as the absolute bedrock, the foundational pillars of your entire unreplaceable skill set. These are the things that let you solve problems, connect with people, and come up with new ideas in ways an algorithm could never even dream of. And this is just so important to understand. You know, you can tell an AI to create something, sure, but you haven't grown at all in that process. True human creativity, as it says here, takes these wild, intuitive leaps that a machine doesn't even know are possible. And what this really means is you have to learn to love the struggle, not just the finished product. We're talking about sweat equity, that deep, meaningful value that only comes from building something yourself. The scars you get along the way, they're proof that you learned something real, and those lessons are absolutely priceless. Now, look, developing these skills to an elite level, that doesn't just happen by accident. It takes a period of really intense, focused, and often pretty lonely effort. If you truly want to stand out from the crowd and become that purple cow, you have to be willing to do the hard work that pretty much everyone else is trying to avoid. It means you've got to enter what's called the lonely chapter. This is that season of your life where you just shut out all the noise. You put away the distractions and you just work on your craft, day in and day out. While everybody else is searching for the easy way out, you're digging deeper. And the whole point of this chapter is to build what's called built belief. This isn't some fake I'm confident attitude. No, this is an undeniable pile of evidence that you know your stuff because you put in the hours and pushed past your limits when nobody else was even watching. It's an earned, unshakable confidence in what you can do. So once you've done the work, once you've built that unshakable belief, there's just one final piece to this puzzle. And it's a simple but really profound shift in how you think. It's deciding that you're going to be the hero of your own story. It really all boils down to one simple question you have to ask yourself. Why not you? Seriously, why can't you be the one to innovate? Why can't you be the trailblazer, the disruptor who decides, nope, I'm not going to be the weak link here? You know, the future isn't some fixed thing that just happens to us. This quote says it all. The coming years are just a blank page, and guess what? You're the one holding the pen. You have the power to write whatever comes next. So what does that actually look like? It starts with a really simple but powerful decision you make today. You're going to reset your mindset. You're going to restart your efforts. And you're going to refocus on what actually matters. And you're not going to do it tomorrow. You're going to do it right now. The time for waiting around is over. The time for building is now. Stop telling everyone what you're going to do and start showing them what you've done. Go be relentless.